Introduce yourself. You're doing a fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. Do you hear the call? Coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst in you. Understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Do you wait for love? Put your acquiesce. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request.
St. Ricketts, the Catalyst, www.saintricketts.com. It's in fact the theme song to a Wednesday night. Thank you, fellas. Jeff the Shark Perini, solo like Han again, but that's okay. Yo 2.0 Wednesdays, answer to the Yo Show. Good evening. I'm Jeff the Shark Perini, your host for the festivities. Yes, that's a lot of Funko Pops. So is this one or just, they're everywhere. Jeff the Shark Perini with you here on an awesome evening. Wednesday night. We had a great show last night. Huge thank you to B. Jennings and Rachel Bello from the band King Cherry. That was awesome. Jewelist last night, so 2 nights in a row, solo like Han. Put out a little Facebook blast. Had some people respond that are interested in maybe guest co-hosting in the future. Some are just absolutely wild. Some are super cool. Going to keep bringing it to you as we pass 7 years. Tuesday night's coming up on episode 300 by the summer. Year 2.0. I got to start counting how many episodes this is going because there's plenty. Shady Wolf is in the house. Yo, from Minnesota, indeed. Got your message, dude, and I'll shout out to you later, of course, to try to arrange some of that. Jason Rutschman in the house. Hello there, Jeff. Hope you're having an incredible night. I am, dude. I definitely am. I definitely get excited when I get to sit here. Even though we're so low tonight again, that's okay. I got my comment section, and I have some awesome guests. You know how I love local music of all sorts. Any sort of local music, including violins. Tonight around 7:30, 2 outstanding violin players who have decided to come on and join me and chat about all they got going on, because they've been selling out some of the best locations in the city, and we're very excited for them. The return of Miss Alice Marie, her second visit, and Callie Pirog. And I made sure I messaged her earlier to make sure I got the right. Callie Pirog. Sorry. I'm trying to make it sound some accent. I don't know why. These 2 lovely ladies will be joining me around 8:30 this evening to talk about music and violins and all kind of great stuff. Very excited for that. 50 degrees there. And it was in the 40s here. It wasn't terrible. Yeah, JD Wolf, very excited for these 2. Alice was on a Wednesday night show a ways back. And when I seen the girls and, you know, performing a lot and playing together and selling out some great locations with big bands joining them, I kept on a return, and they both were nice enough to do it. Especially scheduled for a couple weeks back. I was really sick a few weeks back. I had to cancel on these poor ladies. It kind of broke my heart. I hate canceling. To me, it's a show always goes on thing, and I apologize. I thank them for coming, and I thank their audience that'll be tuning in either live or later to the recorded. I thank you for being patient for this moment. Around 8:30 tonight, once again, Alice Marie, Callie Pirog, 2 awesome local violin players. live in Ohio, and it's 37. Not cold, but a little chilly. All right, 37, I see that. Little heart emoji from our friends over at Burden of Guilt. What's up, dude? And I'll tell you what's up. We're going to tell you what's up with Burden of Guilt a little bit later in the program when we run down who's coming up in the near future on some Tuesday night episodes. Wednesdays, we're going to do some filling, and like I said, with that key concert series we're now involved with, I'm going to try and bring in some of those bands on Wednesday nights and have the guest co-hosts to kind of meet them as well. Burden of Guilt, we'll talk about their, it's already out of the bag, upcoming appearance on the program. It is coming up. Let's see the coming ups in the near future. It's coming up February 20th. February 20th. Burden of Guilt. Freedom King Films. I'm in Philly, 28. I have seen Alice and Callie multiple times. I've gotten to, of course, meet Alice on the show and watch her videos, etc. I've never actually got to see them in person. I really want to do that. I love getting out and seeing the bands that we bring on and the, and seeing them in person. It's very cool. Especially when you share that little hello and greeting because you had that kind of moment. And my wife loves it. She actually thinks I'm important, and that's great. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to talk to them at 8:30 this evening. Later on, probably the second half of the show, we'll go back to the Key concert series. And it's an awesome event that we are doing. Myself, Jewel from the Yo Show, the team at SRR Promotions, and the Fuge. There's right there, the Key concert series. Saturday, February 17th is the kickoff to this concert series. We've got 4 bands: Twisted, Bryn Athen, they were both on the show last week. The Grimjacks, who will be on in a few weeks. And the headlining band is Cole. The Fuge, Studio Room 780 Falcon Circle, Warminster, PA. DJ Tim Ewing mixing songs in between sets, so you never have a downtime. It's always a fun time. You can buy some food and drink from Tranquility Brewing, which is located right next door. And we're now sponsored, of course, by the great team over at Comprehensive Chiropractic and Rehab in Abington, PA. We thank you for your sponsorship. Comprehensive Chiropractic and Rehab, Abington, PA, is the sponsor for the Key Concert Series. We thank you. And other sponsor spots are available if you know anybody who might want to put their name on a flyer and on a banner and get chatted about a lot. Reach out to us here at the Yo Show. Plenty of places to check it out and message us. Big thanks goes to last week's guest, Jade Schuyler, a terrific young artist. I got to see Jade this past Saturday on one of the amazing Elena Brokus Future Stars shows that goes on at Sweeney's. That was great. Jade was great, put on a great performance, great support team. Member of her family told me that he watched the whole show, and I was terrific, and he loved the way I handled the interview, and Jade was so excited about it. And that means a lot, and it really does. All of this is for that. It's for people who come on to feel good about it, and their friends and family, as well as fans and newcomers, to tune in and enjoy it. It is the Yo Show. Many, many years worth, many, many episodes worth. And this guy's face. I think in all the years I might have missed 5 Tuesdays, 6 Tuesdays. Sorry, I'm a little tonight. Don't like doing that. It's like a big no-no. I'm supposed to go back and edit it. They kind of luck out because Valentine's Day, which is very weird. Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday are the same day this year. Good luck, all you meat eaters. But next Wednesday for Valentine's Day, not next Wednesday, I'm sorry, 2 Wednesdays from today? Yeah, on Valentine's Day we won't be here. We'll be there on the 13th, Burn the Guilt, in case you missed it. But we won't be here that Wednesday, of course, Valentine's Day. And as I said before, I put out the ad, not really an ad, but kind of a Facebook post about anybody who wants to guest co-host, anybody who's interested in maybe being a backup, to the program, message me, let's do it. Preferably female, like the male-female twist. Men are welcome. I was threatened today. Somebody has to speak to our CEO. That's me. Yeah, it's definitely a troll. How about that? I didn't even give it the pleasure this time, JD Wolf, of putting it up. I tend to. It's a Twitch troll too on top of it. Hey there, I like your stream, quite entertaining. Keep it up. I got some suggestions for you that will be very helpful in improving your stream. If you don't mind adding me up on Discord, my username is right. Like I'm saying his username. Ah, I got him, JD. We got him together. JD. Trolls are good. I mean, some people make hundreds, if not thousands, of views using trolls. Not here. I want to know the exact number, whether it's 1 or 1,001. I want to know the real number. If who watches the program, yeah, I can remember now. That's okay. So, in case you've been living under a rock, I'm going to tell you a little something about the special word called the Super Bowl. 49ers and Chiefs in this year's Super Bowl in a couple weeks. I said last night I was going to make a prediction. I said tonight I was going to make a prediction. I just don't like either one of these teams. Kind of want to end 0-0. Both teams losing. How about that? That would be a premier Super Bowl for me. I guess I'll lean Chiefs because the 49ers are in our conference and their fans were still whiny last year after the Eagles beat them to go to the Super Bowl and crying about how they should have been there and they would have won it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure you're going to hear, if they win this year, you're going to hear about, we should have won 2 years in a row, blah, 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 blah. Kansas City by 3. Okay. There we go. We got our first prediction. Sorry, not wager. First prediction. Can't say wager. Anyway, Kansas City by 3. I like that. I'm going to go Kansas City by about 5. I don't know why. But a stellar defense against Patrick Mahomes should be interesting. But I'm leaning Kansas City. And it's got nothing to do at all with Andy Reid. It's got to do with this guy, Christian McCaffrey. I'm going further and further. There he is. Because he's like dead in the water out there in Carolina. Now he's a 49er. But I don't like the 49ers. I don't want them to win. Kansas City all the way. Give me Kansas City. Oh, man, Patrick Mahomes. Because this baby is already up over like $100. I sold one a little while back for like $60. I've got one extra to go. Yes, let's root for Kansas City in the Super Bowl. I guess I'll watch. My wife actually tried to pick up a shift at work. I don't know. Doesn't throw me. We are going to talk about this, not so much right now. Well, we're getting to it right now. And it's Taylor Swift, the impact of the NFL. Does she attend the Super Bowl? And I know a lot of people think that, well, not think, no, that she's scheduled to be out of the country doing a tour in Japan, I believe, Japan. And everybody says there's just no way she makes it. I'm going to say with her money and her influence, there ain't a jet around that wouldn't gobble up the chance to get her here. The media exposure would be berserk. If Kansas City wins, her being there would be humongous. I think they try to find a way. And I know the prop bets are always big in the Super Bowl. I know a lot of these prop bets are going to have Taylor's name on them. Smiles, appearances, mentions, etc. But I'm good with it. And again, I'm not taking political sides. She said what she said, and I don't think you should put entertainers there, but they do. That has nothing to do with it at all. I'm happy. And like, if he wins and she's there, that's a pretty big moment. All the wives are. Like when the wives are there and the kids and all that. And when daddy wins the big one, they all celebrate. It's very cool. See, I'm ready for it. I'm going to watch. I keep saying I'm not going to watch, but I'm going to watch. Today I was out. I love when interesting things like this happen. Doing what we do and trying to support musicians and have the show. Went to get my car serviced today, my Toyota, over at the Toyota dealership, Faulkner, over in Trevose. Shout out. And one of my good friends, Eric, is a salesman over there, and he introduced me to this young man. He's like, this guy wants to meet you. I was telling him all about your show and what you do for local bands. He's in a band. His name is Mitch, and his band is Legion of 91. So a shout out to Legion of 91. I think I have one of their songs loaded up to play. I did. I hit the wrong thing and I lost it. Oh, no, it is. It's up there. Legion of 91. I do have a song from them up there. Come on, play it real quick. It's only a minute and a half long, and I want to play it because I was so thrilled to meet this dude today, and he was happy to meet me, and we shared info, and definitely want to talk about having him on the show. It's a minute and a half. And he said it's kind of like that, progressive style. And I'm playing it, of course, before I even load up. But let's give it a second. Legion of 91. Other Side of the TV is the name. I want to play it real quick, and then we'll come back. Get ready for our guest this evening, Alice and Callie. Minute 36. Be right back here on the air show.
Red, blue, green, you're dead to me. You made a promise that you couldn't keep. You said that nothing's set in stone. There's no place to go. There's no need to run. Just don't walk too slow. It's your energy. It follows me, keeps me awake when I cannot sleep. And if there's nothing beautiful in this cold, dark world, just know that I'm here for you. But I fail you now. And I don't look down on you. I didn't mean to scare you, scare you. Once you see me not to be seen through. I didn't mean to scare you, scare you. Just wanted you to see me. Not on the other side of the TV. On the other side of the television screen. Don't turn me off. Don't turn me off, turn me off, turn me
All right. I'm here. Whoops. Legend of 91. I had to throw a meeting, lead singer of that band, and shared the stuff. I wanted to get it out here tonight, and we're going to talk about getting these guys on the show, and definitely something that I would like to, bring to the show and use it, because I like it. It's hot. St. Ricketts is hot, of course. Band's playing the Key Concert Series. Band's coming up in a couple weeks of shows that we're going to. The young ladies coming on the program tonight. It's all about red hot music. It certainly is. And of course, once again, it brings me to what I do. Key Concert Series, SRR Promotions, The O Show, sponsored by the team at Comprehensive Chiropractic Rehab. February 17th, doors open at 6 p.m. for some cocktails. Order yourself some food from Tranquility Brewing. Cole is the headliner, the Grimjacks, Burnathan, and Twist It. Get your tickets now. KeyConcertSeries.ticketleap.com. Save a few bucks by getting them before the door. They're available at the door. And they're on sale till February 14th. So why not get a great Valentine's Day gift for that music person in your life, along with something cool, flowers, candy, etc. But also a pair of Key Concert Series tickets. KeyConcertSeries.ticketleap.com. And again, local artist. Because that's what we do, that's what we love. We do nationwide artists as well. But we certainly want to help support the local scene, bring it back to prominence. And when I was at Toyota today and talking to my friend Eric, and we mentioned some names that we kind of grew up seeing in bars and venues and all that. And he said, I saw what you're doing. I think it's really cool because nobody's really doing that right now. Right. Well, you know how that goes. But doing it at a actual venue, it's really cool. We used to get, like I said, as young guys, we would go to the Route 1 Cafe, John's Boardwalk, the Velvet Lounge, places like that. And see bands like Octane and Foster Child and LeCompte and all that, and they're awesome. Matter of fact, most of them still going today. But it changed. Like, it kind of went away for a while. Cover bands still get out there, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with cover bands. But we just wanted some original music, mix it with some covers. Like, they're going to play both. And a lot of people are like, it's like a metal show. It's not a metal show. We might have a metal night in a few months. We got so many names. You got to come to the shows there to get the announcement, or just tune in here or something. But there's just so many names and all different kind of lineups. There's actually a show on April 27th, my birthday. Can't wait for that. It's a Saturday night, of course, and it's a sensational lineup. They're all great lineups. We have so many great bands on board that want to be a part of it. And I don't see why a night with wonderful violins is off the list. Maybe they'll join up and play with some of the bands. Whatever. It'd be great. We love it. We just love we love entertainment here. Like I said, when I ask people to do the guest co-host thing and come to the show and come on the show, etc., a lot of people are like, what's it about? What do we talk about? And I'm like, entertainment. What else can you possibly ask to talk about? I mean, there's so much. Talk about that. Talk about entertainment of all walks. Like I said, we had it last night. Rachel and B. King Cherry is the new band. Of course, still with Hollywood Gods and Monsters. Tonight, Alice and Callie. And last Wednesday, Jade Schuyler and more coming up. There's so much right in our little state walls. Like, my wife mentions, like, oh, in a few years, maybe move down south. And, well, I'm going to have to do dual residence. So I can't leave behind this great, talented town. Good old Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I love it. I love it. And again, the music thing where, people say Philly and, Philly is not where we're looking. It's not a problem because we're in Bucks County, Montgomery County, the surrounding county areas. We're here to do it. Philly, of course, is welcoming it as well. Why not? King Cherry was killer. Can't wait for the music. Agreed, dude. Agreed. And I would love to. I'd love to send you the snippets, but I was really sworn to secrecy by Rachel. And you seen her last night, she could probably kick my ass. Rachel, I love you. But yeah, I gotta keep it under wraps. Not much longer. It's coming soon. A couple more weeks. And King Cherry music will bust out. I can't wait. I'm so excited for both of them. Great couple. I noticed they posted a story on Facebook today that said, we got to wear pajama pants because people only see the top. We saw bees as walking around the house, and then Rachel had hers on in a picture as well. Don't worry, I was in pajama pants too. She wouldn't know hers. Oh, no. Rachel can clearly beat my ass. She's all about 5 foot tall, maybe 100 pounds, would still kick my ass. She's tough like that. But we love her. It's just the way we love her. JD, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying such things. And I try very hard to bring you the best music. Unfortunately, no music tonight from the ladies. I couldn't really find a clip that doesn't have some kind of copyright in it that would really send us bonkers. The good people on Facebook just don't like it. YouTube, I make sure all the videos come from YouTube, just where they're YouTube approved. Facebook, whole different story. And I can't tell between a spam and their actual warning support team, so it worries me, so I don't really know what to do. And matter of fact, speaking of violinists, it was the night we had Liz Kitts on, and we did just a random little piece from Hotel California, and they shut down the entire episode on Facebook. So, you see how that works. You got to watch what you do. No copyright issues here. Basically, use anything that's YouTube friendly, like we're YouTube friendly. Subscribe to the Yo Show on YouTube. And if you're watching it now on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, take like 3 seconds to do so. It's worth it, and it's worth it for the great entertainment, the great chat, and the great guests that we bring. I'm going to ask both of you backstage for a thumbs up if we're ready. I got one. I got two. I got 2 thumbs up, and I'm excited for that. Everybody, our guest tonight, one half is making her return, second appearance on the show. We thank her for that. And the other one is making her first appearance here. Two absolutely incredible musicians, violinists, superstars in this area. They have been just knocking it out of the park everywhere they go. And I wanted to bring them on and chat about it. And they said, sure, why not? Let's do it. Let's welcome Miss Callie Pirog and Miss Alice Marie. Ladies, good evening.
Hi.
Evening.
It is great to have Callie here for the first time and Alice to have you back.
you.
I'm a really big fan. This is probably eighth or ninth time I've had violinist artist on the show. I really enjoy it. I think it's an amazing instrument. The way I watch everybody play, and it's like pressed to your face, and you're just going. And I love to watch it. I feel underdressed for the classy of the instrument. I got a T-shirt on, a baseball hat.
Oh no, that's
I got an Eagles jacket on.
yeah.
There you go. So let me ask both of you, and you could, whoever wants to go first. Ken, what first got you into the violin? At what age, and when did you decide? Okay, this is the move.
Alice.
Well, when I was about 8, 9 years old, 7 years old, I started writing songs. 8, 9 years old, I started playing viola, which is similar to violin. And because the viola is a little more unique, I did get some cool opportunities with it. So I was able to kind of tour along the East Coast. I had an opportunity to go to Europe, but my parents wouldn't let me. But so that's kind of how I got into it. And then when I was about 18, 19 years old, I switched from viola to violin. And, I've pretty much been playing it ever since. So sometimes I still play my viola because it's a really gorgeous old instrument and I love it. And I'll be doing some recordings with it actually this coming month in the studio. But for the most part these days, I stick to violin.
Very cool, Callie.
I actually started. My parents I have a twin brother, and my parents put my brother in lessons for violin when we were 3, turning 4, and I didn't want to not do what he was doing, so I joined in about 2 weeks later with lessons. And my parents did it because they read that it helps with like your math skills. So they were like, this would be a good instrument to get our kids interested in. And I stuck with it. My brother quit in first grade, but yeah, I don't know. It's always just been something that I've enjoyed doing. It's a fun instrument.
It's very cool, and I always enjoy listening to it. And I love especially when it's mixed in with rock and mixed in with other kind of music. And I say that because both of you have been joining up with a lot of the great local bands. You guys were at the Keswick Theater over the holidays. Sold out crowd at Keswick. Sensational.
Aw, thank you.
Oh, that's incredible. And I'm a huge fan of the Keswick. I love it there. And I'm angry at myself I didn't get there to check it out. But each year, take a turn in describing what that's like to get to a big place like the Keswick, to sell it out and be on that stage. It's got to be some nerves and all that. How's that experience for both of you?
Well, I do get nerves about singing on that big of a stage.
Sure.
But playing violin at this point is like riding a bike. So the violin was fine, but singing, I still get some anxiety, which is crazy because I've been singing since I was 4. So I don't always feel that I'm at 200% with my voice, but I felt very comfortable with the violin, with the viola. I know last year Callie and I had some drinks beforehand, which helped stave off some
Every
nerves.
week.
We did not do that this year, unfortunately.
True.
This year we were sober rovers.
we were behaved.
Yeah.
I'm a really anxious person. I get anxious before everything, even if it's something I've done 1,000 times. But playing with Alice makes me not anxious.
Awesome.
I always feel more confident with her. And weirdly, I would say that when we play together, I think we almost alternate who's nervous.
Right.
Like Alice was nervous at the Keswick, but because she sings as well, I do not sing. People would not want to see me singing.
I know the feeling.
it would not go over well. But I think we kind of balance each other. Like when we do weddings or other gigs that are with the two violins, if one of us is like nervous for one song or something, we kind of like work off of each other for that. And that does help a lot with the anxiety. But yeah, for a show like that, I mean, that's like run by Jameson basically. And I'm lucky enough to be a part of a few musicians that they allow to perform with them, and it's so great because it's really a cool experience. It's like the only show I do all year that's a show, not just like a gig, like a bar gig,
Right.
or like a wedding gig. Like it's like a whole show, so it's pretty cool.
Sure. And the reason why I joke around about being underdressed, I mean, I look at the picture we used for the promo of the two of you. Amazing, like beautiful outfits. There's like green ones also. I assume they're a holiday theme. And there's a difference between rock stars and what you do. Not by much, but rock stars get on a t-shirt and jeans, let's let it rip. You girls, ladies, more dressed up. Is it kind of uncomfortable? Do you feel like, oh man, I'm kind of packed in here? Does it make it harder to play the instrument?
There are certain things style-wise that you have to consider with a violin. Like for instance, like you can't wear like chunky necklaces. It will make your instrument sound weird if it hits it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then just certain things like you have to make sure your arms can move.
Right.
Because otherwise, if you're wearing something that's tight and it's pulling, it really will. It is uncomfortable. Like certain jackets, certain things that you can't like move in. So it is definitely like you do have to consider all of that with all those outfit choices. But
Makes sense.
for the most part,
Alice?
you're confident.
Well, Jameson will tell you I prefer to dress like a quote unquote rock star, aka a slob. Okay, because I love, like right now I got on this baggy Eagles jacket from like 1973. I love my boots. I love my sneakers. I love to be comfortable. I hate wearing
Alright.
dresses, but I sucked it up because I knew it was important to Callie, and she always looks so elegant. So I had to try to match her energy and looking elegant as well. Absolutely.
Great job by both of you. Has there ever been a wardrobe issue due to the force you're playing with? Ever rip or break or anything of that nature? Anything bizarre happen while you're playing?
I ripped my pants once at a gig.
That's about as good as you can get, right?
Yep. Straight up the middle. It was pretty bad. I was at a bar gig and I had a flannel with me, so I made do, tied it around my waist. But yeah, that did happen before.
Wow. Alice?
Oh, where do I begin? I mean, I
Well,
had one
you gotta
gig-
beat the
listen,
pants.
I had one gig where I was straight up just not wearing a bra. Okay. And I bent over at one point and apparently flashed the entire audience of 3,000 people. So, yeah, where do I begin?
One rips at the top, one rips at the bottom. That's what makes you two unique. We got a redhead, a blonde. It's awesome. You guys really got your separate natures. Our good friend JD Wolf out in Minnesota said his daughter plays the violin as well. So let's not backtrack. But let's kind of skip ahead for a moment. Any advice that you two ladies could give to an inspiring artist? Alice, I know you teach. Any hints, ideas, suggestions, anything?
Practice
would
even when you don't
suggest-
want to.
Oh, go ahead, honey.
I was going to say practice even when you don't want to,
Yeah, absolutely.
because it really all helps so much. Like there are days that you might not want to pick up your instrument and play, but it really will make you so much better in the long run. It's so worth it.
I would say listen to music as much as possible. Listen to Lindsey Sterling. Listen to different violinists you find on Instagram. Listen to all different styles, everything from Latin and classical to jazz and hip hop. Listen as much as you can, because listening is half of learning.
I like that. That's great advice and expert advice from two amazing artists, and I kind of love that to just take a second. Very very humble too. Like I don't see a lot of bragging on your stuff. You two compliment each other all the time, and the bands you play with, and the locations you play with, etc. When you get a gig with a band, what kind of preparation goes into that? Do they kind of question you, like, hey, what kind of tunes you listen to, or do they kind of say, hey, here's our list. What do you think you could do? How does that work out?
we got this one beast, and that's putting it nicely. Beast of a piece called Tchaikovsky's Revenge, or that's what I'm calling it. I think it's Tchaikovsky something else, but I'm calling it Tchaikovsky's Revenge. And we did not have sheet music. Nobody could find a sheet music, and it's in a horrible key. And she and I just put our heads together. We came up with something that works for the dancers. But yeah, basically with this Keswick concert, as Callie knows, there is no sheet music. It was limited sheet music. We had to really use our ears. And again, back to listening, just a lot of listening.
Yeah. Most of the bands that I've played with, it's all like at most I'll get like a set list, and I always ask for the keys because everybody plays every song in different keys. And so I can't just play a song without knowing what key that specific band plays it in. But yeah, most of the time they'll give you a list and they're like, okay, here's what we're going to play. And then you're kind of like, and it is a lot of learning by ear. Like you have to just kind of figure out your part, which can be hard. It's a lot easier when Alice and I do it together because it's like you can listen to each other.
Yeah, we had a lot of rehearsals that we had to do for that Keswick show.
Yeah. And then it's easier because a lot of times one of us will get a part and the other one won't. And then the next part, the other person will get it and the other person won't. So then if you practice it together, you're like, oh, we got this.
Exactly.
It's pretty awesome. And the two of you do play parties and bar gigs, like you said, and weddings, especially, both of you. Have you ever played a wedding where the bride and groom are like, all right, how about you really get down and give us something hard? Or is it just kind of all nice, quiet, elegant wedding music? Because I know for me, I'd be like, let's rock after a few minutes.
I've had all kinds of requests for like ceremonies in particular. I've definitely had a bunch of different songs requested, anything from like classical to like some songs that are pretty inappropriate, but it's like, it's their wedding. You play whatever they want. But yeah, definitely had some pretty wild requests at times, but overall they're all fun because then it's it's a reason to learn those songs that I probably wouldn't normally learn on the violin. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Do you prefer like the wedding gigs and being kind of a solo, or do you like the group atmosphere? I know you two keep complimenting playing with each other and how great that is. What's bigger for either one of these? Which ones do you like more? I'll put you on the spot.
There's like pros and cons to both, I guess. So it kind of depends on the mood of the day. A wedding, there's a lot of pressure. It's somebody's big day. You want to make sure, and that's like a very high level of professionalism you have to bring with those ones. Not that you don't at bars, but bars are definitely more of a laid back, like have a lot of fun with it. Where weddings, I feel like you have to go in with the mindset of like, I'm here to make somebody's day really beautiful and add an element to it, and also kind of stay in the background at the same time. Where at bars, you're kind of more in a spotlight. So that's why it kind of depends on your mood.
True, and it adds pressure, I would say. It's got to add some kind of pressure. It's their special day. They want everything to be perfect. And I'll tell you, anybody that's out there that's married, it never goes perfect. Shout out to my wife. My God. But Alice, do you see that as well? Like, oh my God, like they're trusting me with their big day. Does that ever strike you, or just like, I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go handle this?
It's crazy because some of the best violinists I know, my God, one of these girls who was in my original quartet, and that was the quartet that I told you that was supposed to go to Europe, but our parents wouldn't let us. This girl was a phenomenal violinist, but she refused to play weddings because she was like, I don't want to. She was like, I don't want to screw up somebody's perfect day. I don't want to be the one who misses the timing or misses the entrance or plays a wrong note while the bride is walking down the aisle. I don't care. I feel that I work well for the most part under pressure. And I've played so many different types of ceremonies from sacred to profane that I can pretty much handle any situation in the wedding world at this point.
Wow.
I also think it's about confidence when it comes to a wedding. Like if you make a mistake and you just keep playing and make it sound pretty, most of the time people aren't going to notice.
Right.
So it's, as long as you just do it confidently, I don't think it's anything worth completely, panicking over. You just have to be able to say like, "Oh, I meant to do that. Keep playing." Like just don't stop. What all that matters is don't stop the song.
Yeah, I remember Prince used to say that if you make a mistake, do it again so people think it was intentional.
That's pretty good. And I'll tell you one thing. Again, if you're out there watching live or you're watching recorded version and you're considering one of these two amazing ladies for your wedding, you're not going to really realize the mistake. The nerves in your own stomach are massive. You're just going to hear it in the background and be like, this is amazing, and nothing's going to matter.
Right.
So I think he's got luckier than you think. Give us, because I know for me, telling the difference, and I've seen violinists. I went to see Femmes of Rock. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They signed
yeah, of course.
signed my CD and everything. They were great. They played Parks a couple years ago. And I still don't know what to call, what instrument, etc. What are some of the biggest misconceptions about the violin family and weird things that fans have said to you about violins that you're just like, wow, that's way wrong? Because I'm sure there's a lot of complications. It's a very sophisticated instrument.
Oh yeah. Callie can relate to this. I just had a Nashville artist try to get me to play Devil Went Down to Georgia in the key of D flat. Okay. And yeah, I see her shaking her head. And I have to explain to people that is not a violin friendly key. You got to trust me when I tell you it needs to be in D, or it needs to be in G, or it needs to be in something that will resonate the open strings. We cannot play Devil Went Down to Georgia in any other key than the key it was originally published in.
Yeah, that's an interesting request.
Yeah, because they wanted me to, and this is another misconception, is that somehow we can tune down our instrument and play naturally in B flat as opposed to tuning to A. And that really is not the case. It can kind of screw up the sound post adjusting on our instrument and cause a whole host of issues. So no, we're really not supposed to tune down. If something's in D flat, we don't have a capo. We just got to play it in D flat. Like it's a very complicated instrument. It's probably one of the most difficult instruments to play, in my opinion.
Especially when you add in all the summer gigs when you're playing outside.
Yes. And then
humidity and
expands and contracts.
Yeah.
Does it slip off your neck too? I can imagine getting kind of sweaty. Do you kind of lose it or something? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely have strong neck muscles.
That kind of brings me to something too, and not to put either one of you on the spot, because I know it's a question that people have different variations of conditioning. What kind of conditioning is involved? Like I said, I've seen some of your videos where you really rip, and it's a tough instrument. It seems like every muscle is being put to work. What kind of conditioning is involved, if any? Some people just do. Some might have a special routine.
Well, I guess I think playing scales is the best way to prepare. Just like if I'm about to sing, I have to spend at least 30 minutes just singing scales. Same with the violin, 30 minutes, scales, arpeggios, different wrist mobility exercises just to kind of get all my joints on point. So, yeah, absolutely. There's always some sort of scales and arpeggios involved. Don't you think, Callie?
Yeah, even like stretching your arms is really nice because
absolutely,
like, and going like, like the overhead, like shoulders and everything, just because by the end of a show, like especially like a bar one where you're playing all the like violin heavy songs, and especially when you play with a full band, you end up pressing a lot more than you mean to because you can't hear yourself as well. And so then you're like really pressing, and your arm and shoulder like are very sore often after a gig. So stretches and Advil typically work.
I get sore watching that instrument be played. And like I said, I've seen mostly female perform live. I haven't seen really many males play it live, but I've seen females play it live. And like I said, just the actions, the motion, seems like every single muscle is being worked. I just marvel at it. That's why hats off to what both you do. And like I said, when this opportunity came to sit down and hear and talk to both of you, I was nothing but excited. Like it's just really great. I admire both your work and of course the great stuff you do for our city and this local music scene. Speaking of this area, you've played, of course, the Keswick and some great theaters. Any theaters on your bucket list? You're like, I want to get there next as a duo, solo, anything like that. Any place you're like, yeah, that's next. I got to get there.
I'd love to see Callie and I play 118 North in Wayne.
That
I
would be
would
cool.
love to see us do a ticketed show there.
That would definitely be cool.
Yeah.
Any type of show that we could do that was like kind of highlighting the two of us would be fun in any type of theater. Because I feel like we could put on like a show, like if we actually sat down and did it together.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know that I have a specific theater in mind though. Just open for anything. We love new experiences, so pretty open.
That's very cool. And as you know, our show, the O Show, and a team from SRR Promotions are doing local shows at the Fuge, a great venue up in Warminster. I think a night like that, just to kind of have you on the bill and come out the Tweez and play and kind of be like centered upon your own playing is just something we definitely would be super interested in because I both think you're incredible and I would love to have that happen. If it's up to you, we'll discuss down the road, of course.
Sounds
Yeah,
great.
I mean, I can't wait to get in the studio with Callie because I want to do a recording of her where I sing Zombie and she plays it on violin. And it would be
We have a
really-
couple ideas for some recordings soon. So we're
that
working
would be
on that.
awesome.
Very cool. That is a great song to cover. It's
Yes.
when I went to Nashville, like every bar, pretty much every bar, every band hit Zombie. It's such a great song. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's get on to songs because you mentioned this song, and I always ask anybody in the violin family this question. Who really wins in The Devil Went Down to Georgia, Johnny or the devil? I'm so disappointed in the outcome. Your opinions as professionals.
Well, I think the devil won because he's got a more creative solo, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I do agree. I think the solo sounds pretty cool for the devil.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in Johnny's.
I wasn't too impressed with Johnny's. I was more impressed with the devil's. It's got a lot of creativity, a lot of balls. Like that's what I'm. Hell yeah.
It's definitely more unique too. It doesn't follow like a pattern. It's definitely
Right.
more unique.
See, that's the kind of stuff from the inside I like to hear. And like, so you listen to the song, you're like, the devil goes first. I'm like, all right, this kid's toast. Especially when it comes up a little dee, 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 dee. I'm like, what? Is it not here?
Yeah. It's
I was-
definitely the most requested song for a violin
I'm
player.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. How much do you both of you, I don't want to say despise it, but how much mundane is it like, here we go again?
I still have fun with it.
Yeah.
So far I'm okay with it. I'm sure I will reach a point at some point where I'm like, all right, here we go. But for right now, it's still a fun one. It's, there's not so many songs out there when you play with a full band that fully highlight the violin for the whole song. Right. So it's kind of unique in that way that it's like, well, this is my turn. It's my song.
Now, if you two did a rendition, which one would be the devil and which one would be Johnny?
Alice would be the devil.
It's got nothing to do with the red hair, I'm sure.
No, she's very good at the improv part. She would be the devil.
I love the improv part.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I really love the energy, the way the two of you feed off each other. And like I said, when I seen the ad, I believe it was Dueling Fiddles that you were kind of mentioning. And I'm like, well, I'm interested in this. And then, like I said, I've always wanted to have Callie on the show, and I've had Alice here. I'm like, hey, how about doing an Alice, like, reach out. Let's see what we can put together. Tell us a little bit about the Dueling Fiddles, because you've been here talking so nicely about each other and how great it is to play. Dueling doesn't seem to be a word, but describe this little project and what it means.
Well, basically, the two of us said, listen, we can both play. I sing, we both play. Let's do something together. Let's collaborate. Because we're both, relatively young women, and there's not many acts out there that are purely female. Mm-hmm. Most of the acts are pretty male dominated. So sure. I thought it was something unique. We've already booked like a wedding out of it. We might be doing another gig at the Franklin Institute. I'm waiting to hear back on that one.
Awesome.
And then we're trying to book some summer dates, maybe at Seaport or some other venues. Like I said, I really want to get us into 118 North. I'm going to try on that one, but I just think it's something that's very sophisticated, and the average bar, I just don't think would appreciate it. That's just my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely for like a specific type of setting. But basically we play with backtracks so that it has like a lively sound to it. And
Right.
we alternate between, we'll play like a duet over top of a backtrack, and then like one of us will take the lead while the other one waits, and then the other jumps in. So we kind of like play off of each other for the song. So it's pretty cool because it's definitely just like you'll hear versions of songs that you've heard on the radio, but with two violins instead of the singing part. And it sounds kind of cool
Right.
because it's like a different version of a song that you know really well, but now it's with us instead of
I like that.
vocals. So it's like just something unique, it's like a different type of show.
Sure. This one kind of came to me now. I like to improv questions sometimes. The two of you, let's say the two of you get together and you're a band. Call it Doing Fiddles, call it etc. Pick one band, living or dead in the entire earth, that you would want to be your backup band for your violin act.
Our backup band.
Kind of like a band that you're going to tour with. They're going to play with you. Like if you play the rock songs, they're going to play them in the back. One band that you think you'd like to just kind of
I want to
have
play.
them hitched to right.
I want to play with the Chicks. They're my favorite.
Nice.
All right.
All female. They have a violinist already, but they can use three.
I sure can.
And yeah, I don't know. Their songs already have really great violin parts in them. And yeah, I want to play with them.
Awesome.
I'd probably choose a Charlie Daniels band since he passed. They need a violinist, and I can also sing the parts. And I love, country western music. Not all of it, but I love a lot of it. I love it, especially a lot of the old stuff and the Americana infused country music. So yeah, I would love to be, backed up by the Charlie Daniels band. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
That's pretty good. Two great answers. We've seen some of the legendary bands, rock bands, metal bands like Metallica. They did their S&M album
Yeah.
with violins, etc. Is there a metal band or a hard rock band you wouldn't mind jumping in and playing on a symphonic set? Yes has done it. There's been so many big time rock and metal bands that have done it. Anyone strike you like, yeah, I'd like to get up stage and play their music?
Zeppelin.
Oh, that's awesome. That's an
Absolutely.
incredible.
Or Aerosmith. I
Okay.
love
Cool.
Aerosmith, but that's more 80s. Well, I guess they're 70s, 80s. But no, definitely Zeppelin or Aerosmith.
Mine wouldn't be more so like metal, but I would pick like the Foo Fighters. I would
Oh,
love
that's-
to like
That's pretty
have
great.
that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would love to be able to play violin, like add violin sound to their songs. I think that'd be really cool.
They're the kind of band that would take a shot at something like that too. They're always outside the
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
And I tell you, Zeppelin did, of course, they did the Unleaded years back with just Plant and Page, and they had a huge orchestra band. I saw it live in Philly. It was incredible. So yeah, they're both awesome picks. I'm interested, and we got to get it out to their manager and say, hey, I got an idea for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sign us up.
Right? I wish I had that kind of power. I really do. Always gigs, always stuff. What do you two you have coming up? Because I tried to find there are just so many different things you do. But give us each of you maybe one or two highlight things you got coming up, and where we can find you soon.
I am in wedding season right now. So I just have a lot of solo wedding stuff booked until summer. I work for a school district in the school year. So in the summertime is when I really focus a lot on like the band gigs. So then, yeah, summertime, I will have a lot of stuff scheduled down the shore, up in the city. But right now for the springtime, wedding season is quickly approaching. It's February starts for me and it goes until like end of October, beginning of November.
Wow.
So that kind of takes up a lot of my weekends right now. But in the summer, then I play a lot around Seaport, in Wildwood, and then I play in Dewey and with another band. Sometimes I play with Jameson if Alice is unable to make a gig, kind of just all over the place.
Awesome.
Well, I would say with Callie, we're hoping to book some dates in the summer, particularly at Seaport Pier, because that's a fantastic venue. And then besides that, what I have coming up immediately is really like a little mini tour of the South. I'm going to be going down to play the St. Augustine Celtic Festival. And on the way there, I'm going to be playing some bars, bars that know me from other tours I did of the South when I was in Barley Juice. So that's coming up. That's going to be absolutely exhausting. I don't even know why I'm doing it. It's so freaking exhausting. But whatever. I just want to expand my audience. Yeah, Triple Rail Turn is the band that Callie plays with sometimes, and they're phenomenal. But yeah, what I'm going to do down south is really going to be a mix of Celtic and country western music, which are two of my favorite genres.
That's very cool, and we're definitely excited for it. And of course, I have the places below where you can find these two lovely women. Before we finish, is there downtime for either one of you? Like, say, if you're doing weddings and if you're doing parties and shows, is there ever a downtime? And if it is, what do you do
Hey, Derek.
besides practice?
More work. There's not much downtime in my life right now.
Sure.
Maybe one day, but yeah, no. Since I started playing music at bars, I have not had much downtime. Like playing music as like a profession, I should say, not at bars, but like since I started doing that when I was like 22, I have not really had that much downtime, but it's something that I enjoy doing. So in a way it's downtime as well because it's enjoyable. So.
Downtime. Well, let's see. Mondays and Tuesdays, I teach private lessons.
Yes.
Wednesdays, I tend to do an open mic night to support the VFW. We both help each other there because my boyfriend runs it. So we do a really cool open mic night there. But that's not every Wednesday. So if that's not every Wednesday, then that Wednesday night, that can be a potential night off, which is nice. I get to play with my kitties. So that's awesome. You know, my little kitty cats. But then I tend to play like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday down the shore, maybe Wednesdays. But again, like I said, I like to keep that date flexible if I want to do an open mic night or just keep it open to just chill and watch Stranger Things, you know?
So the answer is really not much downtime.
No.
And especially if the two of you get together in the studio and start recording stuff, there's going to be zero downtime. But like a lot of artists that come on this program say, we really don't want it because we love it that much. And the more you work at it, the better you get. So I understand that. And it's admirable. And it's a great answer. And I've had a great time. The half hour always goes by so fast. And I've become a big fan. As you know, I like I said to Alice last time, once you're show your family, we consider you guys family, friends. Definitely want to come out and see you live. And we definitely would like to invite you back again if both of you would be up for it after maybe some recording stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank
Absolutely.
you so much, Jeff.
Sure, you can find the amazing Alice Marie and the amazing Callie Pirog on Facebook. Alice Marie, Callie Pirog on Facebook. Instagram at Alice Marie Violin or that violin gal Cal. www.elegancebyviolin.com. www.weddingwire.com. Search Callie Ray Violin. Hire these women. Love these women. Follow them because aces, two superstars. I thank you so much for your time this evening. Have a great night, and we'll catch up real soon. We'll talk about shows and everything. Thank you so much. This was awesome. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for allowing me to have that sick day and still agreeing to come on because I was horrible that day. I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. I'm a disaster. And I didn't want to half-ass, if you will, such a moment to have both of you here. I love you for it, and it's awesome. Have a great evening. Alice, Callie, thank you again. We'll see you real soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Alice, Marie, and Callie Pirog, everybody, right here on the Yo Show. Yo 2.0 Wednesday night. And, we've had a good deal of violin players on the program. Alice, of course, her second visit. Callie tonight. And the Femmes of Rock. Sarah Chaffee, of course. Liz Kitts. I love the instrument. I would like to see it more in rock and more violinists doing shows with bands like Jameson because I really enjoy the sound of it. I enjoy watching it being played because to me it looks like the hardest thing I've ever seen. I took drum lessons. I'm a disaster. Okay, that's me. But even for a musician, it seems difficult. And the funny thing is, like, when I talk about the using your whole body. Maybe it's a little more female friendly. They're known to have more flexibility than men. Maybe I should have asked that, I guess. But I just love listening to it being played. I love watching it being played. I love the sound of it. And I know most of the songs that people know. Well, they went down to Georgia, but also listen to some. Thank you, and thank you, Alice, very much. I appreciate it. It's amazing. The They said the watching and playing of it, flexibility, etc. It I'm amazed by it. I love it. I think it should be out there more and more. And like I said, maybe try to work it into key concert series, and maybe have that'd be pretty cool if you can get the bands to kind of take time to practice and throw some violin in there. I like it in all. Like I said, when I mentioned that, like the Metallica one and the Yes one, I love hearing that. There's a version of Aerosmith's Dream On that was played with a giant orchestra, and man, I have that version on my phone on my music list, not the regular version. I've got the orchestra symphonic version. And I got a lot of classical. I'm a Tchaikovsky fan. I'm a Vivaldi fan. I know they're basics, but I like that kind of stuff. I like all kind of music. I talk about metal. I talk about rock, but also talk about classical. I love the violin. I love classic style music as well. I'll listen to anything and be a fan of it. So definitely up my alley. Make sure you look into these two ladies again. Find Alice Marie and Callie Pirog on Facebook by searching the names Alice Marie, Callie Pirog. Instagram at Alice Marie Violin, or That Violin Gal Cal. The website's www.elegancebyviolin.com to find Alice Marie and book her gigs, and www.weddingwire.com, Callie Ray Violin. Just a couple of the websites I saw, and you can find them on all these websites to book them for events, weddings, parties. If you're in a band and want to bring them into your show to add that special flavor to it, do it as well. Look them up. Two superstar professionals. Second time I've had Alice on. I love her. Last time she was on, she was supposed to go to a concert and still made time to be here with me. That is super special. It's just me. Just little old me. I thank you. I thank you for tuning in tonight, of course. Some more stuff to go. God, from the realm of... Let's start out with entertainment. And the Talking Heads. Classic band, the Talking Heads. Apparently turned down an $80 million offer from Live Nation to tour. A reunion tour. $80 million, and the band said no. I got to tell you, some Talking Heads music really hits me right in the chest. Psycho Killer, one of my greatest, most favorite songs ever. Velvet Revolver does a remake that I love. $80 million. Come on, dudes. The reunion tour. Let's get out there. Let's get the Talking Heads one more time around. Very unique band. I'd like to see it, but they turned it down. $80 million. So let's not get ready for a Talking Heads tour anytime soon. For you people who like to travel, fly in airplanes, a big warning: do not use airplane charging ports. Security risks, cyber security, that you're leaving your device susceptible to having information stolen. Who would have known? They highly recommend do not use the airplane charging ports. I'm not trying to make it sound bad for airlines, but cybersecurity is such a huge issue in our world right now. Play it safe. Charge it before you get on the plane, and sit back and relax. Let the captain do the rest. Don't plug him in. Sixers Joel Embiid is out with a knee injury. No time frame announced as of yet. Joel went down last night during the team's loss to the Golden State Warriors. And without Embiid, it's truly a different team. They got a lot of talent. Maxey is awesome. Oubre's been doing real good. And, Tobias depends on the night. Paul Reed's come around. A lot of talk about a big trade. Hopefully. Talks about Jimmy Butler. I can't see it happening. Vegas has the odds of us being the second most likely team to get Jimmy Butler in a trade. I don't know if he's ready to come back here. No Embiid is tough, and they lost last night, and a little bit of a stumble of late, and not having Embiid is certainly going to affect things. And love him or hate him, or love him or not trust in him, etc. The man is truly one of the best players in basketball. He's an MVP award winner. Great scorer, great rebounder, good defender. It's going to be missed. Hopefully not a severe amount of time. We need you, Joe. Get better. Joel, Joel Embiid. Oh, fellas. Get well soon, Joel Embiid. Cowboys star, former Penn State alum Micah Parsons came out and said he's embarrassed. Ashamed to leave the house. Wow. After that loss from Dallas, by Dallas in the playoffs. And I guess so, but it's going to happen. Not everybody's going to win. You're a superstar athlete, a great player. Yeah, let's, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I laughed. I laughed the whole game. I couldn't control my laughter. But, go out and face it, bro. Your team flopped, like they always do in the playoffs. You want to go to Dallas, this is what you got. Awesome message from Michelle Bertolato. Of course, Stephanie Bertolato as well, a dear friend of mine. Michelle, her mom, said, great show. Had it on the TV. Paramore just dropped a Talking Heads cover album, too. Wow, about that. That's great info. The Bertolatos give me great off-screen info. Great show had on TV. We appreciate that, of course, the big screen. I love watching on the big screen. And so the band Paramore just dropped a Talking Heads covers album. That's pretty cool. I'd like to check that out. Definitely. I'm a fan. They're disappointed in the Talking Heads now, especially $80 million on the line. But I thank you, Michelle, for checking out the show. I love my Bertolatos. Very much so. I seen Angela Marie, and Angela, I know you're always down to join us on Wednesday nights, and you'll definitely be back. Don't worry about that. Angela's one of our absolute favorites. Just trying to get a little more mix, get more people involved here, and I love Angela. Kinsey King in the house. Yo, what is up, brother? And I know Kinsey's mentioned jumping on, so we're gonna make like a schedule of guest co-hosts to come on the show and advertise and let them advertise themselves, etc. This way everybody knows who's coming up and their people can jump on and they can start to meet and enjoy new bands as well. That's always fun. So, let's stick around for that. Tuesday nights, of course, Jewel's our staple. We'd like to have a backup for Jewel. Last night, Jewel, last minute, said, I'm not going to make it. Things happen. Live happens. Life happens. It's kind of the motto of the show. Loved your guest head on last night, Jeff. Thank you. King Cherry Rachel was a Philly girl. That was her third appearance on the program. And like I said, she left Philly to move out to Arizona, joined the band Hollywood Gods and Monsters. It was formerly Travis of Steel Panther. It was his band in the beginning. He had moved on. Gods and Monsters still does great stuff. While Rachel was out there, she met B, who's also in the band. They formed a relationship. Now they formed their own band. They're super cool people. That was a great time last night. It's always a great time when she shows up. It's always a great time when anybody comes in here, and tonight was awesome. Listen, my first time with Callie, she was excellent. Second time with Alice, she was awesome. Again, she always is, and we thank her. We share a lot of social media stuff, too, and that's the other thing I do here. Not only do I bring you on, it's not like I bring you on and forget about you. I bring you on, and then I comment and share your stuff, and I comment superstar, and so you're like, nah. Yeah, you are. You're all superstars, and that's why we bring you here. So I keep the social media flow going as well. After you're here, I do mean it. Your family. I've got probably about 300 family members from what's going on here. And again, last night, John Simon's watching the show, of course, part of SRR Promotions. He said, it's a community, brother. And it is. That's what me and Jewel have preached from the beginning. It's not a competition. It is a community. We've said that from day one here. And have other people saying it and believing in that, it's pretty awesome. So that's what it's all about. It's community and working well with others. So thank you tonight to our guests, Alice Marie and Callie Pirog. Let's do a little something that we did last night. I want to do it again. And it is, of course, the Key Concert Series. And I don't want to keep driving home the banner, but I will because it's that big. Saturday, February 17th. Headliner Bad Cole will be joined by the Grimjacks, Bryn Athen, and Twisted Very excited for that. And a sponsor. Shout out to the dudes at Comprehensive Chiropractic and Rehab Center in Abington, PA. 1422 Easton Road, 215-770-2410 to book an appointment and speak to the fine team here for your chiropractic and rehab needs. Thank you for being a part of the Key Concert Series and joining us as, of course, a sponsor to this great program. We're going to be doing it once a month. We're booked for the next 4 or 5 months with shows. More to come. We appreciate the team at the Fuse. You're kind of saying, like, these guys have the ball and are running with it. We entrust them. We thank you for that. We love to advertise it. We love the venue. We love Tranquility Brewing to do a great brunch over the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Get a great brunch and some nice cocktails over at Tranquility Brewing Company, located right next to the Fuse, 780 Falcon Circle. My dog is great, but they're not coming down tonight because Mommy's home. So when Mommy's home, the dogs don't come down. Reason why I mentioned Key Concert Series, I like to play a song. Tonight we're going to do one song each from the opening acts, because every time I do Cole, Facebook freaks out at me because their music is very much owned. So we're going to start you out. We're going to do a couple songs from bands that are going to be playing the Key Concert Series. And if you haven't tuned in last night or last week, you'll hear it for the first time here. If you tuned in, you know it's a great song. Bryn Athen is the band. Cold Lady is the song. We're going to play it right here on the Yo Show. Come back in 4 minutes, 4 seconds, and do some more chat. And have a great time right here. Yo 2.0 Wednesday night live. Cold Lady by Bryn Athen. All right, catch them at the Key Concert Series at the Fuse, February 17th. Brent Athen and Cold Lady, great rock band. Very excited. One of the rock bands that'll be on display. And like I said, people are like, is that metal? It's not metal. It's rock. These dudes can rock, and cool little surfer sound, and I'm dancing here, doing a little twist and doing a little bob and a little swim, and I got it all going down. Great stuff, Brent Athen. We thank you. Again, a massive thank you to Alice and Callie, and send them both a message to tell them how great it was tonight. I really enjoy it. Listen, I enjoy talking violin. Not that I'm a musician, but it's just different to me than the instruments you normally see. So I get intrigued, and I get intrigued by different outlooks on it. Like I said, again, Femmes of Rock were nice enough to sign this baby for me at Parks Casino. Excuse me. You watch them play with like a rock band and cover rock songs. And then you watch these ladies play with a band like Jameson, do some Irish stuff and Celtic, as they would say. And then, like I said, when we had Sarah Chaffee, who plays in the band, or the orchestra rather, for the the Las Vegas Raiders. Whoops, the Las Vegas Raiders at that stadium. That's super cool. And Liz Kitts, there's so much different stuff. I appreciate it. I'm an honorary musician. Unless you heard me sing, I'd be dishonored quickly. Kind of pre-showing and pre-gaming. I took a picture of my pre-gaming. I realized how big a child I am. I have a Michael Jordan starting lineup. I've got my Jordans on, of course. That's fine. I've got this beer can holder that my brother gave me. It looks kind of like Vividly Vixen. Is that you, Viv? It's kind of neat. It's actually supposed to hold a beer can. It's very difficult to do. Let me see if I can actually get it to work. Not get my beer all over the place. Not really. It's still awesome. And of course, Deadpool's here. Ryan Reynolds himself in the house. It's actually a blacklight one I'll go on in there. I got all different kind of pairs of sunglasses for when I do the happy hour pod. I got a shark, of course, because I am the shark. With Jordan on Jordans. I got my, I don't know if I get my leg up high enough. There it is, not knocking everything over. Love these. Shout out to my wife for remembering. And she heard me mention a ton. I got them for me. Birthday? Christmas. I think Christmas. Yeah, love them. Sure. Just amazing the amount of trinkets I have in my house. I got Jalen Hurts right here. Of course, Funko Pop. Oh. I got more Jordan. I got this gorgeous limited edition Upper Deck certified Michael Jordan wearing number 12, which I think he wore once in his life. And quite a case, too. Pro basketball, Pop Basketball NBA, Chicago Bulls number 126, Michael Jordan number 12 jersey, Upper Deck exclusive sticker. It's right there. Look at that. It's a beaut. Jordan, much better than LeBron. Kids and King, don't get used to it. You did get my head over my legs. But don't get used to it. I think I'm main. I think I'm out for a month now. I'm on the IR. Questionable for next week's Yo Show. Damn it. More music? Why not? Another band playing at the Key Concert Series is the amazing band Twisted. We had the awesome Sarah Higgins and Logan Smith on our show last Tuesday for Jules' birthday. And they're going to be at the Key Concert Series as well. And this is an awesome number of theirs called Faded. I'm going to play it right now here on the show. They were kind enough to send us these videos they made themselves of their practices. And it's just so awesome. This band is so awesome. So let's play it right here, right now. Faded by Twisted, another one of the bands joining us in the Key Concert Series. About 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Enjoy right here on the Yo Show, Yo 2.0 Wednesday night. We'll be right back. You can either be there February 17th or miss out on some absolutely amazing music. Twisted. Whew. It's great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. We thank them for allowing us to use their music and send us the videos. We have a great time. We love that band. Again, Sarah, Logan, brand new singer. Kayla has joined the band. She's incredible. Steve Higgins, of course. Shout out to my man Steve. Shout out to the Key Concert Series, SRR Promotions, The Fuge, Tranquility Brewing, and anybody that's buying tickets. We're thinking about maybe getting a couple tickets and giving them away next week on the show. Next Tuesday, the Grimjacks are going to be on. We're thinking about maybe grabbing a couple tickets, giving a couple tickets away. Gotta think, Al. Think of something good. Maybe give away 2 tickets to have you come out and join this awesome program of live, original, local, independent, whatever you want to call it, music. It's going to be great. Very excited for a lot of people shouting us out. Happy and thrilled about what we're doing. Excuse me. We appreciate that a great deal. So yeah, come on out and check it out. We have one more song from a band that's going to be playing at that Key Concert Series. I'll give you a hint. They'll be on next week. So we're going to play one of their older ones instead of the newer one, because save the newer one for next week when they're on. The Grimjacks is the band. Ethan, Tristan, and Jordan. Just a great band. This song is called Prom. It's about 2 minutes and 32 seconds long, but it's awesome, as all their stuff is. Another band that crushed it last Saturday at the Future Stars show at Sweeney's. Thank you to Elena Burkus. Prom is the song. Grimjacks is the band. Yo Show is the place. Check it out right now. We'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy. Don't worry. The Grimjacks and Prom. They'll be on the Yo Show Tuesday night at 8 p.m. 8:30 appearance by the boys. The best hair in music. Ethan, Tristan, and Jordan. It's a lot of hair. Saturday they got us on the headbang. And there's no hair for me to bang, but I had banged. I had a blast. They're a great band, and they're all great bands. Again, Key Concert Series, February 17th at the Fuse. Get your tickets now for nothing. Twist It, the Grim Jacks, and of course, Cole as the headliner. Make sure you get tickets right now. Go to keyconcertseries.ticketleap.com. Get them now. They're available at the door. Venue will hold about 300, so make sure you get there and get those tickets and get there early for. You could order some great food and drink from the team at Tranquility Brewing. Don't forget to check out Tranquility Brewing's great brunches on Saturdays and Sundays. An exquisite menu of brunch items, great cocktails, Bloody Mary flights. Oh, baby. The great beers, bourbon, coffee, and more available at Tranquility Brewing, located with the Fuge, Warminster, Pennsylvania. A terrific place. One of my favorite places. Probably my most favorite place now. It's a place that I will grow to absolutely adore in the near future, giving us a great chance here to bring local music to life. And we're very excited about that. A little bit of a guest announcement. Speaking of local bands and bringing local bands to life, these guys have reached out to me today. We talked and they said they got some new music coming out. More video game, because they're all about that stuff. And they return to our program. It is going to be in March 12th. It's a return of the local band, Bees. I know I could have said it better. Bees is back. We talked to Mike today, so we'd love to come back on the show and promote some new stuff. Another awesome Philly band. They'll be on the program coming up March 12th. Those are the Tuesday nights. Here's the Tuesday night lineup. Of course, the Grim Jacks join us February 6th. February 13th, it is a return of Burden of Guilt with their new stuff. And Josh reached out and said, hey, how about some new stuff? We'll bring it to you. Absolutely. Jewel is thrilled to land February 20th, Sucker Punch. Another super cool band. Right now, opening up for Plain White Tees. Having one going back in the day there. February 27th, good friend Matt Penge. Or Matt Penji? Pence? Sorry, Matt. I love you, dude. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name. Anyway, Matt does a lot of great stuff with the communities and promoting and the Facebook pages, etc. And he's like, dude, I got a band for you. Pine Creek Academy, and you're exactly right. They are awesome. They'll be on the program February 27th. The dudes from Pine Creek Academy. March 5th, our good friend Rachel. Oh God, I said Rachel. Sorry, Impact PR. Wow. Can't believe I actually just drew a blank there. But Impact PR, great PR firm that does a lot of great stuff for us. They're going to bring us the amazing artist Ezra Gray on March 5th. March 12th, as we said, is Bees. And then March 19th, another great artist from Impact Promotion as Magali will be on the program. So huge thanks to Beatrice Kimmel. The great work she does, bring us some awesome guests. We also have another one of hers we're trying to work in as well. So we'll see how that goes. But this is what's coming up in the next few weeks. The Grim Jacks, Burden of Guilt, Sucker Punch, Pine Creek Academy, Ezra Gray, Bees, and Magali. That's the Tuesday night episode coming up. Wednesdays, I said we're going to try and dedicate to some key concert series, maybe get some of these groups on the show that are going to be playing the venue or have played the venue or might be coming up. The only way to really find out who's coming up next first is to join us at the show on the 17th. Of course, join the Yo Show every Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. Tuesday night, myself and Jewel Tatey, 8 p.m. to 10. YouTube, shout out to our YouTubers, like and subscribe. Twitch, big shout out to the Twitchers, follow us. Facebook, the Yo Show, make sure you follow us there as well. We greatly appreciate it. We can certainly use the momentum. And Facebook's about 9,000 followers. We got like 1,500 on YouTube, about 100 and some on Twitch. Put that all together, that's a lot of freaking people getting into the Yo Show. Of course, we're Instagram, the Yo Show 215. We're all over the place. We're also, I got to clean it up a little bit, www.theyoshow215.com. And of course, we are on Deezer, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, podcasts. God, we're out there, man. We're out there. So tune in. Tune in from your car, tune in from your house, watch on your smart TV. Also, I make guest host appearances on Happy Hour Podcast. This Friday, I will not. I'm going to see my good friend, Mr. Kramer Jones, and his band over at Odd Logic Brewing. Love me some Kramer. My good friend Ed reached out and said, hey man, Kramer's playing Friday night with his band over at Odd Logic in Bristol. If you're watching the show, you're local. If you're watching the show recorded and you're local to Bristol, Odd Logic, Friday night. My dude, Kramer Jones and his band performing. I've seen him play there. I kind of walked in once before as him just ending his performance. Great artist. That's what we do here, so check that out. Friday, I'll be there. Check for me. Maybe in the Yo Show shirt. Bring them all cleaned out by then. So as we talk again, like I said, the Key Concert Series, we do want to give a big shout out once again. I lost the banner. That's how I do it. Oh, big shout out to the guys at Comprehensive Chiropractic and Rehab Center. It's hard to say. Abington, PA, 1422 Easton Road. You can call for consultations, appointments, 215-770-2410. We appreciate them joining us on this great venture. We have a Yo Show sponsor we'd like to speak about as well. Don't like to forget this dude. I get the feeling he'll probably be showing up to Key Concert Series because he's a big fan of everything I do, and I love him for it. It's my good friend Jim Hutton and the Moist Collective. Right there. www.rumoist.com. It is the Moist Collective, and it's awesome brand of beard products. Beard butter, seen here. Beard wash, beard oil, and more. All natural, terrific smells. Well, not all natural. I'm sure there's some chemical to it. Shea butter, mango butter, kokum butter, jojoba oil, coconut oil, essential oils for fragrance. That's all you're getting out of this bad boy. Locally made by my good friend Jim Hutton. The Moist Collective. And this still goes. If you order and hit Yo Show 20, you get 20% off your order. Ladies, Valentine's Day is coming up. Treat your man. Make that beard smell good. The Moist Collective Beard Care Products. Use the code YOSHOW20. Get 20% off. www.rumoist.com. So we have our sponsor, Key Concert Series sponsor, and a little shout out to our good friend, Sweets by Rye. This is a member of Jules' awesome family. You can follow her on Instagram right now, Sweets by Rye. Get some terrific homemade cookies. Snickerdoodles and chocolate chip cookies. They look amazing. You go right on Instagram. You place your order right over the message. Sweets by Rye on Instagram. Check it out right now. Awesome cookies. You know, anything with a Tatey family member involved in it, it's talent. Look at them. Sensational Tateys. Little Joey and Jewel. And some ugly guy on the left. I use Moist Collective. Expect you all to as well. 9:39. We could leave a little early. Or we can keep talking. Do we have any more topics? What else did I line myself up with today? I always put them in here too. I showed this last night. I'm going to show it again. AI, of course, is very big right now in our world. And it's creating images and things. Of course, some of you may have seen these Taylor Swift pictures that were just yikes. It's just not cool. That happens. But AI had this picture of a perfect 10 female. Generated this picture of this woman. And there she is. Blonde hair and bluish eyes and the full lips. This is what AI considers a perfect female. Everybody's got their opinion. That's an AI generated picture. When you type in the perfect female, I guess they gave some potential characteristics, and that's what came up. So, sort of, some people are expecting her to look like, not so much me. I like it all. And I'm going through the pictures I got here, and just me and some cool rock stars. my good man Nick. Two of the pictures, me and the wife, and Jewel. Me, Jewel, and Nick. Me, Nick, and Q from Device. I love it, man. I love hanging out with the rock stars. This was me and Alex. She's been on our show a few times. I kind of ran to the front of the stage, and she was kind enough to kind of hold that pose until I got my camera ready. She's awesome. She's got new stuff out as well. I'd love to get Alex back on the program and chat up with her a little bit. It's me and Jewel, of course. Pictures everywhere. We enjoy it. There's a little four-way of my boy Henry. You saw Hannah on the show last night. She popped in. There she is, little Hannah. There's Jeffany, everybody's Tuesday night favorite. It's actually me in a blonde wig. Shh. That beard. Beautiful. Love it. Of course, there's that picture of Brianna Dale I never took down. Brianna Dale, come back to the program. We had such a blast with you. We'd love to see you again. Yeah. 9:41. We're coming near the end. I want to play that song again that I played earlier. And give a shout out to a dude I met today, Mitch, and Legend 91 is the band, and it's also the song. I want to play it again because he was a great dude, and he's working over at the dealership, and he's like, I put some songs together. I don't know if people like them or not, and I'm trying them out there, and I'm making an album. They got a lot of great songs on that album. They said we're going to try and get them on the program. So I want to give them a shout out. I'm going to play their song again if you missed it. Other Side of the TV. It's kind of ironic because if you're watching this, you're on the other side of the TV. But it's a super cool song. I'm going to play it one more time. Legend of 91. On the air show. Other side of the TV. Be back in a minute 36. It's a quickie. Enjoy it.
Red, blue, green, you're dead to me. You made a promise that you couldn't keep. You said that nothing's set in stone. There's no place to go. There's no need to run. Just don't walk too slow. It's your energy. It follows me. Keeps me awake when I cannot sleep. And if there's nothing beautiful in this cold dark world, just know that I'm here for you. But I fail you now. And I don't look down on you. I didn't mean to scare you, scare you. Once you see me not to be seen through. I didn't mean to scare you, scare you. Just wanted you to see me. Not on the other side of the TV. On the other side of the television screen. Don't turn me off. Don't turn me off, turn me off, turn me
Legend of 91 is the band. Other Side of the TV is the song right here on the Yo Show. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Massive thanks to Alice Marie and Callie Pirog, two awesome. Gotta get the word out. So drag out the all so much. Two awesome violinists and performers, and a lot more coming up from them and collabing. And they seem to really enjoy playing together, and I love that. I love artists that meet artists and become a duo. That's my bell. It's my Cabana Boy bell. It works in my bar. It's a good thing. In the other room there. So, as we begin to wind down, another great week. And next week, of course, is going to be great as well. We just want to thank everybody who tunes in. We're coming up on 300 episodes. It's technically listed as July 9th. I'll have to recount that. July 9th is listed as our 300th episode. Jules said, let's do something together. Let's have something. We're definitely going to have some drinks. We got to come up with maybe a montage of guests. Let's have several guests. Let's have several people come in and celebrate it with us. We did 100 with some of the past guests from our first 100. We did the 200th with Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell, who we definitely had to give shout out for to this day for introducing us to this format. So 300, let's see. Let's see what we're going to do. We always have great people helping us out and popping on. Like, we did the birthdays, of course, with Jamie Kennedy that one time, and Josh Server and Misha Johnson. They come out and give Jules a big surprise. We love that as well. It's always fun. We love having fun here on the show. We love to support entertainment. We love to support music and the arts of all sorts. And like I said, when people say, what's it about? That's what it's about. It's about arts, man. It's about entertainment of all types. There's no special type. Pretty cool. Looking at a year ago. Is this a year ago today? Stories from a year ago, yeah, when we had the great Fallon Vendetta on our program. It's a nice memory. She's awesome. We love her. Shout out to the guys at Happy Hour Pod. I see his ad is featured beer of the month, Cannoli Cowboy by 1623 Brewing Company. Pretty cool. Not to be confused with Tranquility. It's awesome. More great shots. Rachel and B, of course. That's why I love looking through social media while I do the show, because you just see so many funny things that make you laugh. And again, that's what we do. All right, we're going to get ready to get out of here. 9:47. I think I bored you enough with my ending. All the great stuff comes early, and then you all hang around for the end. I'm going to throw on my sunglasses here real quick, because why not? They're actually my wife's sunglasses, and if she watches and sees I have them, she's probably going to kick my butt. She's been looking all over the place for these bad boys. Here they are. Kind of look like the Macho Man again. Oh, yeah. Got the hat over there. I promised you I'd never do that again. But let's get out of here. We'll load up the music of St. Ricketts the Catalyst, www.stricketts.com. Working hard on that reunion, fellas. We want it. We need it. Key Concert Series. Bring it. This is the Catalyst. We'll see you Tuesday night with the Grimjacks. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon here on The Yo Show. Good night.
Introduce yourself. You're doing a fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. Hear the call, coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst in you. You understand yourself.